Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. Thank you so much guys for being here, I really appreciate it. Sorry about the delay of starting. I got a new dog this weekend, well my girlfriend got a new dog this weekend while I was away at Philly Regional, so I was taking care of some last minute bathroom emergencies for her. So we're here guys. Philly Regionals just took place. I came back yesterday night to Mexico whilst I was very demoralized, honestly, of my loss in the last round in the win and in, when I needed any heads to basically take control of a match that, a game 3 that was probably going to be mine, but then the double tails happened and I went untailed, and oh well, it was a really rough way to end the day, but here we are. I couldn't stream earlier today, but we are going to be doing an afternoon stream, which I know a lot of people can't usually make it to the morning stream, so hopefully there will be a ton of new faces today. Will we be seeing said dog on stream? She's right here with me. She's now my house companion for the day. I'm sure like I'll do the deck, and then when I'm done with the deck and the games, I'll show her off, I guess. So yeah, I ended up playing Zorak Lycanroc. Yeah, very standard Zorak Lycanroc list. 1/1 Macargo, 2 stadiums, which was probably not enough. Should have been playing 3 perhaps. It was an overall okay day. I lost to a Buzzwole and I lost to a Shining Lugia Malamar deck. That's where maybe the 3rd stadium or a single field lord could have been good. Then I ID'd with Azul on purpose so that we wouldn't eliminate each other, and then I played Joe Rudiger in the last round. But anyways guys, today we're going to be reviewing the first 5 decks from the Philadelphia Regionals. We're going to start off with Caleb Gettimer's Buzzwole, Garbodor, Weavile, Macargo, or a Guru Diancie deck. That's a lot of different Pokemon in the same list. My puppy's name is Sun, or Soul in Spanish. Pending, we might change it, but she's not a puppy, she's a rescue dog. She's 2 years old, so we'll see what happens. But let's focus on Pokemon for now, and then we'll have like a 5-minute dog break after the deck, all right? So yeah, we have the 4 baby Buzzwole, of course, 130 HP, Ultra Beast, attacks Sledgehammer, dealing 30 plus 90 more. Your opponent has exactly 4 prize cards, and since we are only using non-GX attackers, there's pretty much no way to play around that. Swing around barely ever gets used, but it is there as an option, dealing 80 damage and 20 more for each heads you flip. Combined with Diancie, which adds 20 damage to all fighting type attacks, and Choice Band and Shrine of Punishment, Buzzwole does, for 1 energy, does end up being very, very cost effective against GX type of decks. We have the supporting 3/2 line of Garbodor with its Trash Challenge attack, dealing 20 damage for each item card in your opponent's discard pile. So basically, if your opponent plays item cards, then Garbodor becomes really good. If they're not playing item cards, well, they're hurting their own setup. So just having Garbodor as a presence is really good in any match. Acid Spray, dealing 70 damage. Once again, not going to be too useful, as you usually never power up for that, but it is an option. You flip heads. You flip, and then if it's heads, you discard an energy from your opponent's active. Now, Caleb, there were, before the tournament, before the regional this weekend, in Brazil there was another regional, and the Shrine decks dominated there. There was either Buzzwole Garbodor or Buzzwole Weavile, but none of them combined both, supporting cast to the Buzzwole. However, excuse me, I have to sneeze. However, Caleb ended up fitting a 1/1 line of Weavile into his deck with the attack Icy Wind, where you deal 10 and your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. No, that's not relevant. The main attack is Evil Admonition, which deals 50 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon that has an ability. So as your opponent manages to set up, the Weavile puts in a lot of work. You do have the fragile turn where Sneasel has to be down in order for Weavile to come out to play. So there is some liability there by not playing a 2-1 line, but it definitely worked for Caleb. And then finally we have a 2-2 Macargo line. Macargo with its smooth over ability allows you to control your top deck and therefore make sure that you are getting the right cards at the right time when you need them. And combined with Orankuru, which allows you to draw up to 3 cards, so that you have a 3-card hand. That combined with Macargo can be very, very powerful. So, supporters wise, we have 4 Lily, 2 Cynthia, 2 Kukui, and 1 Judge. The 4 Lily is super interesting because when I saw the list from Brazil, I immediately put in 2 Lily into the deck, but I never imagined playing 4 of them. But clearly important for Caleb, and I guess there's synergy between Lily and Macargo, so it makes a lot of sense. Double Professor Kukui to increase your attack's damage outputs, and once again goes well with Macargo. And then the single Judge to add a little bit of disruption, along with a Furkuzma to make sure that you're targeting the right Pokemon. Items wise, we have the triple Shrine of Punishment, the main reason why this deck exists. I do agree with Caleb that playing 4 is a bit overdoing it to an extent, because the Shrine of Punishment, like, it puts some pressure, but the damage, like, you only need like 1 or 2 damage counters sometimes at most. You never expect a Shrine of Punishment to stick for 9 turns and just to take a KO in between turns on a Lily or something, so 3 seems to be enough. Triple Choice Band, 4 Ultra Ball and 4 Nest Ball for maximum consistency. Triple Acrobat, which goes really well with Macargo as well. Single Field Blower, double Stretcher, and single Switch. Now the energies are really weird and fun combination. Caleb has 1 Beast Energy, 1 Counter Energy, 1 Unit Energy, 2 Fighting Energy, and 4 Rainbow Energy. The Counter Energy is definitely the innovation here. This deck can get behind a little bit sometimes if it doesn't start with a Buzzwole and doesn't start applying pressure early on. So the Counter Energy definitely helps in allowing you to use potentially even Combustion for Macargo, but mainly Swing Around, potentially Diamond Rain, and potentially Acid Spray, and maybe sometimes Psychic, but it's not that important. So yeah, that's the deck. So let's give the regional winning deck a try. Let's give the regional winning deck, and then we're gonna go in order. We're gonna do 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, and 5th place. This deck is definitely budget friendly. The most expensive card is probably Shrine of Punishment at this point. The Shrine of Punishment card is probably the most expensive card here, and yeah, this got 1st place at the regional. Frank, your sub, it definitely didn't pop up on this screen. Let me check, because I haven't had any. Well, there was a notification earlier today, so let me check that. Nope, it hasn't gone through. I see that you have the Tablemon thingy, so it will eventually go through, but we'll have to wait and see. This is the 1st match. Yes, this is the 1st match. Okay, so we're up against Bulu, which should be a decent matchup for us, I would imagine. We're gonna see the turn 1 Lily. Pixel Hungry, thank you so much for subscribing. It's a test, so apparently they should be working 14 months in a row. Thank you so much, Pixel Hungry, Poltemancore, Repo. Thank you to everyone who's here. Wish I could say hi to you each and all of you individually. Okay, so this 1st Nest Ball, I mean, how important is it doing extra damage here? Probably very important. My opponent did manage to bench a Grubbin, so the chance of Rare Candy V-Gold into a KO are pretty high. So perhaps I'd be better off with a follow-up. Okay, we do see that 1-1 Slugma Macargo is prized. Perhaps this Sneasel could be good getting here. 1 Shrine is prized as well. No Energy are prized. No Lily are prized either. So I don't think dealing extra damage is a priority right now. I think having a follow-up attacker is gonna be the priority. So I'm gonna choose the Buzzwole here. I mean, I'm gonna Acrobite first. Don't think I'm gonna be needing the switch, so I'll grab the Ultra Ball, and then I could grab Oranguru here. The Field Lord doesn't matter, honestly. Field Lord doesn't matter, so I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna discard that, and I'm gonna reset my hand basically for 3 extra cards. And hopefully out of these 3 cards I managed to find a Lily to like just get a bunch of options. And there it is. There's a Lily for an extra 6 cards. So right off the bat we've already seen quite a few cards already. I'm gonna go ahead and S-Ball for Slogma, since that's pretty much the only Pokemon I'm missing from my setup. And I'm gonna go ahead and Sledgehammer. I fully expect this Buzz to go down to our Rare Candy Vikavolt immediately. Stefan, why did I decide Zoroark over Zoroguard? I felt more comfortable with Lycanroc rather, against other Zoroark decks. That was my main decision. Yeah, that was why I decided for that. Okay, so we're gonna see a Volkner, so we're definitely gonna see the Vikavolt. Definitely going to see the Vikavolt, which is okay. Would I consider playing Great Ball over Timer Ball? Yes, 100%. I am personally never going to play Timer Ball again. Timer Ball cost me my day 2 at Philadelphia Regional, so I am never ever going to play that card ever again. Okay, so the damage from Rainbow was also pretty bad because it gave my opponent the possibility to not discard the energy. So that's not very nice. Let's go ahead and evolve. Okay, so there's 3 Pokemon with abilities already. So I think this is where I risk getting this Sneasel. And then I definitely want to set up the Magcargo. Right, I definitely want to set up the Magcargo. If I lose this puzzle, then I go into Sledgehammer turn as well, which could end up being wasted. So maybe let's go with the Judge. And Rhea, thank you so much for the bits. I don't know why the notifications are not happening, or they're not sounding at least. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for the bits. Okay, so I did manage to get an energy here, so I'm gonna smooth over for the Weavile. No, I think an energy would be better. Yeah, I'm gonna smooth over for the unit. And then if my opponent doesn't have exactly Guzma, then we have KO on the Tapu Bulu. Even if it heals, we get 2 prizes, then we lose the Weavile. It's weird though. Chip and Aries played 3 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra, 4 Great Ball. I thought it was 4-4-4. Oh, there's a Guzma, so never mind. We're definitely gonna have Sledgehammer turn then. So I'll just grab the Beast now. I'll smooth over for the Beast energy. We do lose a Sneasel, though we do have Rescue Stretchers, which is fine. So let's do that, right? Let's smooth over for the Beast, and then Beast plus Choice Band is enough to one-shot this Tapu Bulu, right? So we'll do that, and then we'll do that. And then we really don't have a good follow-up though. Only 2 item cards played so far. We don't have a good follow-up to deal with that Tapu Bulu on our own. We'll see. And hello Gugudan, thank you so much for being here. Shrine, Kukui, those are TZ cards, I guess. Oh my god, it's Ark, you're being very pushy and not very nice. If this keeps up, I'm gonna have to give you a timeout. Did I have a chance to watch the final match? Unfortunately, no. I was already at the airport by then. I was at the airport by then already. But I'm looking forward to rewatching it for sure. Okay, so is this where my opponent GXs, or is he going to discard the energy? I'd assume he's gonna discard the energy, right? No point in GXing here. 1, 2, only 3 item cards still. Okay, he chooses to GX. I am okay-ish with that, because then I have 2 hit KO potential on these guys. I do have an attacker, plus Kukui, plus Shrine. The damage will start to add up. So then, let's bench this guy. What's my follow-up here? 3 item cards, that's 60, that's fair. Plus a Kukui, that's 80, plus a Shrine, that's 90. That's enough for a 2-hit KO. I might not even need to Kukui here. So maybe... I think I smooth over for the Rescue Stretcher here. I think that would be the plan. Smooth over for the Rescue Stretcher. And then... Actually, maybe that was not right. Maybe the Rescue Stretcher had to be the last prize. Yeah. Okay. I am behind. So the counter energy will kind of help. Not really. I mean, I do have another Rescue Stretcher. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the plan. Gonna get the Buzz here. And I'm gonna bench that. And then I'm gonna hit for some damage. The Shrine is going to stay, which is awesome. We lose the Garb. And then this Buzz has to KO this. And then the Weavile has to KO that. If the Sneasel gets picked off again. Right, if the Sneasel gets picked off again, I'm telling 50, choice band 80. I do need the Kukui and a choice band, unfortunately. So maybe I won't have enough actually. I might not have enough here. Well, the Bulu is gonna go down in between turns, right? So I think I still go for it. So I'm gonna smooth over for the Stretcher. Doesn't seem like my opponent is running Stadiums. Doesn't seem like my opponent is running Stadiums. We're gonna go for the Kukui. And then we're gonna bring back... The issue is we don't have any way to draw cards this upcoming turn. So I think I'm gonna use the counter energy now in case he wants to snipe this Sneasel. And then I Sledgehammer for... Oh no, he doesn't get knocked out in between turns. Oops. Well, he gets knocked out coming into my turn. That's still not good enough though. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this one. And he has the Kuzma right there. Well, okay. I think that's a... Yeah, because now we can swing around. Right? Now we can swing around, base 100 damage. He gets an extra damage right there. Now we can swing around. So I guess we baited my opponent. Okay. So I do this. And then I have to go for a choice band, right? The Bulu is going down 100%. So I'm gonna Cynthia. I need a choice band or a way to bring my hand down to very few cards. There's a choice band. There's nothing else I can play to increase my damage output to 130. Yeah, that's enough, right? That's enough. The counter energy comes in super, super clutch. I should have Guzma the Lele. I disagree. We just won the match. Why should I have Guzma the Lele? Yeah, my opponent immediately concedes. We knock out the Bulu and in between turns. Like even if we flip double tails, thanks to a choice band, in between turns both Tabu Bulus go down. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was a good win. The counter energy putting in the work. That was 100% due to the counter energy. But here's the thing. Because of the counter energy, if he knocked out the Buzzwole, then we had access to Weavile potentially. and we would have been able to find Weavile, right? Because we had a Cargo and we found an Acrobike off of that Cynthia. So we created this this win-win scenario where if he knocked out the Buzzwole, we won. If he knocked out the Weavile, we won. In both scenarios, we needed Choice-Band to guarantee. Actually, no, because Weavile was going to do 160 in between turns, so never mind. Yeah, we created a perfect win condition, I guess. My opponent still made the right call, I guess, but all good. What do I think about Zoropod? I mean, Zoropod is always going to be good. Yeah, Zoropod is always going to be good. Zorg, everything is going to be good. He shouldn't have Guzma. I feel like, yeah, if he doesn't Guzma, then he forces me to Guzma. So I think that was actually the mistake. I agree that his Guzma definitely made my Guzma much better. I mean, my turn much better because it put off pressure. It put pressure away from me finding the right card. Yeah. Okay, always lucky. Okay, so we're up against Magnezone here with Guard Press Heatran, with the things, with the Metal Frying Pan, and JT3S Swift. Thank you so much for the follow. We still haven't gotten... Oh, we did. The Alaskan Hero and Frank. Thank you so much for your subscription, guys. Thank you so much for choosing to subscribe to the channel and support the stream. Okay, so obviously my opponent plays stadiums of his own, so I shouldn't play the first Shrine of Punishment. The Judge could be good here though. This is actually rough. I think I want to Lily here though. So let's grab a Buzzwole. How am I ever going to hit this Heatran though? How am I ever going to damage that Heatran? Hello to you, thanks so much for joining us. We do get an energy. And I think we passed. That was a very sad Lily. How does this game compare to Hearthstone? Free to play at all? You can definitely go free to play with this deck. You can, I mean, not with this deck. With this game, you can definitely do it. There are a lot of good theme decks to start off with, like the Garchomp decks, which have Cynthia, and like Garchomp Lucario is overall a decent strategy on its own. I do think you could potentially go free to play with this, and then just make sure that all the coins you have, you get Guardians Rising booster packs so that you have a chance to get Lele. Okay, so our hand is really bad, and this Heatran is super annoying. And this Heatran is going to be super, super annoying. I feel like I need to pressure that Magnezone. Perhaps this Solgaleo would have been a little bit better, but oh. And Ultra Wall these two for Diancie maybe, and then play the other Lily. Maybe. We see an Ultra Wall, or we're gonna see a Lele for a Guzma, I'd imagine. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing, unless my opponent just goes aggressive. Cards. Any game mode like Arena Draft? Unfortunately, no. There's no game mode for Arena or Draft. Okay, so my opponent chooses to go Lady to find 4 basic energy. So he will use 2 to retreat, and then Boiling Impact to knock out my Buzzwole. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4 item cards used already. Oh no, he's just gonna knock me out with Magnezone. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. So there's a Diancie. The extra 20 would have potentially been good here. I think I have to go for it now. I'll definitely get rid of like Kuzma though. And then I'll grab a Buzzwole, because if I lose a Trubbish next, then I will be in Sledgehammer turn. Okay, so is dumping off worth it? Perhaps? The Rainbow does put me in range of Guard Press though, and I really would want to avoid that. I mean, I do have the 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have the Trash Avalanche, so maybe I just go for that. Discarding the Shrine seems bad though. Discarding the Stretcher seems bad as well, but it's what I have to do. We don't know what my opponent's 2 cards are. Definitely don't know that, but we can apply some pressure here. The deck is working out very nicely. The previous game was actually pretty cool. Yeah. I don't live in Philly, Tias. I actually live in Mexico City. But I was just this weekend in Philly for a Pokemon Regional. So that's why you keep hearing about Philadelphia Regional. So it was just a big regional tournament for Pokemon there. Okay. So Sledgehammer turns, we're dealing 140 damage. However, the Metal Frying Pan makes things less good for us unless we find the Beast Energy, which is really good. We won't have a follow-up to this though. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, technically I don't need a good follow-up because Magnezone is probably gonna be the follow-up. That's a second Rescue Stretcher though that I'll be losing here. Because I don't need the Trash Avalanche line back too much. I really need a follow-up attacker. So we'll see how this goes. And is this enough? 170 minus 30. It is enough. Okay, so our prize will help. How did I do at Philly? I was 5-1 going into my last round, and I lost the win and in match. And I ended up playing Zorg like a rock. No, guys, I just traveled to regionals in the United States, but I don't live in the United States. And Joe Bro, 10 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're very close to the purple Tablemon. Very, very close to the purple Tablemon. And yes, guys. What was I gonna say? Wow, is he actually gonna use Magnezone here? Thank you so much for the follow, WS. What was I saying? Okay, so I'm going in order. I started the stream like half an hour ago, so you guys will be seeing Zorg Banette at some point eventually. Okay, today. So don't despair. Okay, so I'm dealing 50 damage, which is not enough. I need Professor Kukui here. I need Professor Kukui in order to get the energy, which means my opponent doesn't seem to be playing a stadium so far. But the damage feels like it's gonna be potentially important. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna discard these two, and I'm gonna grab Oranguru. I just need any energy. Literally any energy works here. I only have 5 though, which is not great. I only have 5. And XXX, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, so do I Kukui first or do I instruct for 1? That's the question. How do you get a badge? Oh my god, it's hard by subscribing or by cheering with bits. How? Instruct for 1? Yeah, that's fair. That guarantees I see 3 cards, because if I Professor Kukui and don't get it, oof. Awesome. That's pretty good. No more Magnezone means he can't power up his guys, which gives me a lot of free turns, I hope. A lot of returns. How many games am I going to play with each deck, Stefan? Honestly, like, it varies each time. This will probably be the last game for this deck. Sometimes I play 3, sometimes I play 2, sometimes I play 1, sometimes I play 4. It all depends on how much time each deck ends up getting. Okay, so my opponent gonna do a stalling play here. A stalling play, which I don't mind too much, so we definitely have to acrobat here. For the switch, I feel. Because I do want to pressure that Soul Gallo before my opponent finds an energy, and we are in trouble. So I will choice band this guy, I will switch, and I'll instruct. Really weird that my opponent has not played a stadium yet though. I'll save the bench space for now. So I'll just Sledgehammer for 50, and now this is a very strange scenario where the stadium might actually stay long enough to knock out the Lele in between turns. Yeah. Xander per play Luzamin. He said he regretted it. I don't think Luzamin is a good call. I think, and he didn't play Palpat. I 100% think Palpat is the better call. Okay. So my opponent finds the stadium finally. He will Radiant Star. I guess it's one less energy thanks to the fact that I didn't bench the Buzzwole. The Heatran is going to be super annoying to get rid of. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items played already. Why he decides to borrow the Dustmane, I have no clue. Ooh, and I can swing around here. Swing around definitely feels like the right call. Because one head flip means I KO this old Galio. And then he'll be down to 3, I'll be down to 3. I do need Trash Avalanche, however, at some point. Which I can set up later, I guess. And he is going to lose energy this upcoming turn. Double Tails. Okay, I mean, it's honestly not terrible. Simply because that's another turn where he cannot retreat this old Galio. Potentially. Yeah, let's see a Metal Frank ban onto the... Oh, never mind. So the Double Tails might actually end up costing us the match. He goes for the Diancie, attaches energy to the Heatran. Okay, so now we're in a lot of trouble. I mean, I can still swing around though, which is nice. But that Double Tails honestly might just end up costing us the match at some point. I'm gonna double Nest Ball here, burn the first one, use the other one, or burn 2. Burn 2, use 1. Then I could go for the Sneasel, or I can just go for the Garb, which I already have in my hand. That seems a lot better. I'm a bit stuck here because I ended up using up all my lilies. So bring the Nest Balls there, it's pretty nice. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Finally we get my cargo. We can attach an energy here for sure. And then I definitely smooth over here, right? Definitely smooth over for Rainbow to KO this guy. And Mewtwo Studios, thank you so much for the 5 bits. Very, very kind of you. And then we'll swing around. Now we flip 1 heads, that's fine. Only 70 damage, that's fine, because Trash Avalanche can get the follow-up KO. And after this guy goes down, he has to dedicate an energy. After that guy goes down, I'm gonna have no more attacking options. And I misplayed. No, I didn't misplay. You see an Ultra Ball. Are you gonna see another Magnezone being set up? No, another Magnemite, okay. There's the Magnezone. The Magnezone is bad news. The Magnezone is bad news. The Lily was bad news. I feel like we're not going to win this one. The Heatrans are just too powerful. The Heatrans are just too powerful here. Yeah. Unless he literally doesn't have another stadium or like one energy wins him the match, right? One more energy wins him the match. I'm gonna top deck an energy, right? So can I KO the Dust Main? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 item cards. I can, but I can't guarantee a stadium to prevent that. And if I do guarantee the stadium, then he only needs one energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy in play. That's 10 total out of what, 11 or 12 he's gonna play. I think I just have to risk it. Because I need to remove the Monker on it. That's probably my priority here. That is probably my priority here. So yeah, the non-KO on this whole Galio probably doesn't matter at this point. So I'm gonna smooth over for the Shrine. I'll get a KO and then it's up to him to find the one energy. And I assume he plays at least 3, maybe even 4 copies of Mantra on it, so this should be game. I imagine it's gonna be game. So yeah, I mean, we tried, right? We tried. And I was definitely not out of Shrine. I was very conservative with my Shrines. And yeah, there's no way my opponent doesn't have one more energy. And Lele into Lady. Lele into Lady. Field Blower. Metal Frying Pan. So he's gonna Lily. Oh, he's standing with this. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And there's a little play. There's the energy retrieval. And there we go. GG. Oh well. Oh well, we tried, right? We tried. Our start was a bit too on the awkward side of things, and then that Heatran is really good. Like, that deck is very well designed to deal with the Baby Boss Shrine deck. And yeah, like, we almost managed to stick the thing. I was thinking, maybe stalling with Slogma could have been an okay option to try out. Maybe. But, oh well, I mean, decks definitely have started to adapt. We saw the Grass Mice in Pika Volt decks. Now we're seeing Heatran in Magnezone decks, and it's only natural, right? It's only natural. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be all for the Buzzwole, Garbodor, Magcargo, Weavile deck from Caleb Gettermer, first place at Philadelphia Regionals. But I will be right back in just a second with the second place Philadelphia list, which was Malamar, Psychic type attackers by Rukan Shao. So don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back in just a second.